show you what can actually go wrong, and we have 123 in East Lancashire last year fires involving chip pans or hot oil, because it's not only chip pans, people cook other things in oil like samosas, that kind of thing. Most causes of hot oil fires are people leaving them unattended, either answering a phone or getting talking. A lot of times people are under the influence of drink or drugs. In other words, the classic one is to come home from the pub, fancy some chips, put the chip pan on and then fall asleep watching the television. Sadly last year 3 people in East Lancashire lost their lives as a result of chip pan fires, and over 100 people were injured. The reason people get injured from chip pan fires is in the firm belief that they can tackle them themselves. In the past, people have received information saying that they can tackle a chip pan fire using a damp cloth. That is not the advice that we will give you. If you go into your kitchen and you discover this scenario going like that, the best advice we can give you, the safest advice, is to shut the door of the kitchen, go to the phone and ring the fire service. Because we're going to show you shortly what can happen and what has happened in many cases when people think that they can tackle a chip pan fire or an hot oil fire. So now we're going to demonstrate. In the bottom of that pan is normal cooking oil, please believe me, that's all it is. I'm sure you can smell it. Can you not smell it? No, the ring's going this direction, you're alright. It's just normal fat, normal oil that you would use at home to cook your food in. There's about 1.5 inches in the bottom of that pan. We've left it for 10 minutes, that's all it takes for it to actually start smoking. As you saw, it starts getting thicker and thicker, and then it reaches a temperature where it just ignites itself. It doesn't need a flame to do that, it auto ignites. So this has been burning for quite a while now. You've discovered the fire. Now we're going to take a cup of water, which Paul has here. It's just normal water, is this. He's going to attempt to put the fire out with water. I'll explain a little bit after he's done the demonstration about what actually happens, but this is what can happen. Let me just get downwind to the... Right, so all he's going to do is pour a little... Paul, can you just show somebody the... Because some people don't believe us, they think we'd set this up. That is normal water, drinking water, that's all it is. Small amount of water. Dip your finger in it if you want and have a taste. Okay, so all that is, small cup of water, and we're going to put this on the actual chip pan now. And we'll see what the reaction is. That's warmed us up a little bit, hasn't it? Okay, so that was 1 small cup of water. Now what you've got to imagine, this is one wall of your kitchen. Imagine 2 walls and a ceiling. All that heat and all that flame came out of the front of there and it went upwards. In your house it's nowhere to go. So all it does, it hits the ceiling, moves across the ceiling, then goes down behind you. So in other words, if you did that in an enclosed space, such as a kitchen, you'd be completely engulfed in flames. You can see it can't even put the fire out. So we'll have another go. We'll try another cup of water and we'll see if we can get it out this time. Right, you can see now that apart from the handle that's on fire, because again people think if they discover a fire like that they can actually carry it out even when the fire's gone out. But most pans, because they've been subjected to so much heat, if you pick it up at any time that handle could fail, and several people have been injured when they tried to carry the pan and it's fell on the floor. As soon as it hits the floor, even though there's no flames now, it will still catch fire. That now, left, that smoke coming off is highly flammable. At any time it could start again. If you do discover a fire and it's at that stage, it's burning off like that, the best advice is to turn it off at the cooker, turn the heat down, shut the door and get out and call the fire service out. Okay, so that is the demonstration. We're going to do it again in about 15 minutes. Is that alright? Right, just before you all disappear, there's one thing that you can do to prevent this happening to you, and that is to fit a smoke alarm in your house. There's no excuse for not having smoke alarms. If you want smoke alarms, we will take your name and address, we'll come and fit them for you, no charge whatsoever. So if you want to give your names to the people walking around with the forms, fill one of them in. There she is, the lovely Dawn with the flat cap on. Give her your name and address and we'll come round and fit your smoke alarms for no free of charge.